I'm here with David K. Johnston, who is a journalist, expert on economic and tax issues. He was with us at an off-the-record briefing with the Wednesday group, and now it's my pleasure to talk to you directly for a moment. First of all, how should progressives approach this train wreck that is happening at the end of the month, where you have a group of Republicans who want to shut down the government if health care is not funded, unless health care is defunded, and are willing to even crash the default on the debt?
Well, Isaiah, I think that people need to be direct and stop beating around the bush about this. These are radicals. These are economically uninformed radicals. They have certainty in their minds that they're right about what they're doing, but in fact, anybody who understands economics knows the Tea Party people have no idea what they're actually talking about. And what progressives need to do is change the discussion by taking charge of it. What's going on here is an effort to essentially take from the many to give to the few, to reduce investment in America. Progressives need to take the position that we are in favor of a brighter future. We're in favor of investing in the future. We want to have children grow up who are properly educated. We want to invest in medical research. We want to invest in the infrastructure so that goods move efficiently, which will create jobs. It will reduce the number of people who become dependent and increase the number of people who work, because most people want to work. And to go directly at these other folks and say, what you really want to do is subsidize the oligarchs. You want to take from the many and give to the already rich few. Progressives need to really get into, for example, the fight going on over Walmart workers, because this is a fight that, if it is lost, will be devastating to all the unionized grocery workers in America. Mm-hmm. It will drive down their wages. How do you change this? Well, the owners of Walmart, they don't care what you say about them. They don't care one bit. Oh, we get criticized. They mock the people who hold protests and walkouts. So how do you go at them? The language they understand. If you shop at Walmart, stop shopping. If you can't stop shopping because of where you live, cut back your shopping there. Call other people, get them to stop shopping or reduce their shopping. If Walmart sales begin to fall, Walmart will pay attention. But in all of this, Isaiah, there's a fundamental element, and that is progressives need to be thinking about America in the future. What the Republican message has become is, and they don't say it this way, but their message is very clear. America's glory days are over, and so the only way for the rich to get richer is to take from those down below. And that's the focus we've seen now from 33 years of policy. Worse off for most people, better off for a few. And just let me give you the number from a column I wrote for tax analysts that you can find at their website, taxanalyst.com, called An Inch to 5 Miles.
All right.
Adjusted for inflation, the average income of the bottom 90% of taxpayers, 90% of us in 2011, was $59 more than in 1966. 1966, when Lyndon Johnson was in the White House. Mm-hmm. Well, I was in high school in 1966.
Right.
Who would notice that they have less than $5 more in their income after 45 years? So put that as 1 inch. 90% of Americans are ahead by 1 inch economically. Mm-hmm. The top 1%, 800 feet. But the real growth is the Mitt Romney, Koch brothers, Warren Buffett, Bill Gates crowd. That's the top 1% of the top 1%. That's the oligarchs. That's the Walton family. And you know where they are as a class? 5 miles.
5 miles.
1 inch of growth to 5 miles of growth.
Right.
We have had a third of a century of experience now with this idea that cutting taxes on the rich will create more jobs and make you better off. No, it won't. It will create fewer jobs. It'll make you worse off. But the oligarchs, they'll be able to buy, as Sheldon Adelson literally has, a second personal 747 jumbo jet, which he has outfitted with skateboarding area for his youngest heirs. So when they fly through the sky and they're subsidized through the tax system 747, they can skateboard.
This is this is a big deal that we have to fight about. Let me ask you one more question. We write a lot on ourfuture.org about the need for full employment. And it seems to be, and that's the thing, one of the things that ties all of this together when we talk about trade, when we talk about the effects of the sequester,
Yep.
the fact that we're not doing investment in our infrastructure, et cetera, even Fed policy. I mean, it all comes down to what are we going to do about this jobs emergency? One of the things that's interesting to me is that you don't hear a lot of people talking about a jobs crisis, a jobs emergency.
No, the news media have not focused on this at all. It's like, oh, well, that's just the way it is. And I fault progressives here. They need to be out in the forefront of saying 20 million plus people want full-time work and can't find it. They're either part-time work, unemployed, or they've given up looking for a job. What a waste. Look at all the productivity we could be having, all the tax revenue we could be having, and the reduction in government costs we could be having if we would focus on jobs. And that's where progressives need to take the position and hammer it home at every opportunity. We're about investing in the future. We're about a prosperous America to come. The Republicans want to mine the economy. They want to take from the many to give to the few. Make it simple, make it clear, and hit the message again and again and again. Nobody buys one ad on one day in a newspaper and has a successful business. They tell the story over and 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 over, and I'm doing this on purpose again. Keep saying it. The Republicans want to take from the many to give to the already rich few. The progressives want to grow the economy, create many jobs, invest in the future, invest in the infrastructure to make the economy more efficient, invest in medical research that not only will save and lengthen and improve lives, but will create new fortunes.
What is the best way for people to follow your work?
Well, I write columns for tax analysts, some of which run outside their paywall, when there's a blog there that some of my work is at. I write for the Columbia Journalism Review, critiquing what journalists do. If you're interested in what journalists do, cjr.org. I write for the National Memo. But probably the easiest thing to do is set up a Google alert with my name in quotes, and you'll see all sorts of things come up, both from my work and the people who are either critics of my work, and there's plenty of them, especially in corporate America, as well as fans.
Really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.